Alright, so yeah, we're gonna do an interesting tier list today. Yeah, out of all the characters in Super Mario, personally my favorite ones are the koopalings because they're just the best in my opinion. All of them are pretty good except for maybe like one or two. So I think it's actually good if we rank them all. So yeah, that's pretty much what we're gonna do today, and yeah. As you can see, they're in a different kind of order. This order is in like the order they're in Super Mario Bros. U, because personally that's my favorite Mario game. Okay, well, second favorite Mario game. Mario Odyssey is a masterpiece, but obviously they're not in that, so I'm saying Mario U. So, anyways, let's rank them. So, I was thinking about ranking them from like worst to best, but I think it's actually gonna be more interesting if we rank them as we go on. So yeah, starting with Lemmy. So Lemmy's actually quite an interesting one. Sometimes Lemmy's one of the last Koopalings you face, but in this case, he's actually the first one you face. It's basically how the fight goes is that basically you have to. It's like the most basic. You have to avoid him as he's on his ball, summoning bombs, and some as he summons bombs, and yeah, and in this third stage he actually summons big bombs. It is the most basic boss, but I mean it is the first, so I'll admit that. I really like Lemmy's color of his hair. I do like how it's all like on how it's like all like three colors, red, blue, and yellow. It's a pretty nice detail, especially since we don't actually have a red Koopaling. The closest we have is, I think, like the red Koopa Troopers or Palmet or whatever the hell her name is. So yeah, his design is honestly pretty good in my opinion. So although he is pretty basic in Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, he's still a really good character, and personally one of my favorites, which is why I'm gonna put him number 2 on the list. Alright, now Morton. So Morton is in the Sand Temple, and he's pretty much, he's the second one you face, and basically what you have to do is that he knocks down these spike guys. I haven't played the game in a while, and pretty much you have to, he is a big shell. He does have a big shell. Personally, out of Roy and Morton, I personally think Morton's slightly better. And by slightly, I mean a bit better. And yeah, I don't like him entirely. I like the white and black design a bit. It's pretty good. And I like the star as well, but it's just the eyes that really annoy me. So that's why I'm placing Morton in 4th place. And let's go. It is my boy Larry. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Out of all the Koopalings, Larry is by far my favorite. The main cyan is personally my favorite color, so having a cyan Koopaling is just perfect. His design is by far the best out of all the Koopalings, and I personally think his fights are the best. My personal favorite Larry fights are the ones that are in water, which is why this fight goes so perfectly. Hey. There's also a Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. There's also a Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe challenge where you can't touch the ground. God, and I love that challenge so much. It's a really good challenge, and overall, it's probably my favorite challenge in the entire game. Especially since it's like one of the few ones that actually covers a boss. Heck, I think it's the only one that actually covers a boss. Probably because, you're gonna face 2 Mortons. So yeah, Larry is by far my favorite Koopin and then one of my favorite characters ever. So he's obviously going in the number 1 list. Now Wendy. Now what's kind of funny is that last time we were covering my favorite Koopaling, and now we're covering my least favorite Koopaling. Yeah, Wenda's probably the only one that I just don't like. I like all the other koopalings, but I just feel like Wendy's just a like snarky sarcasm or something. I really don't like her design. I will admit her ice fight in Super Mario Bros. U is pretty good, but yeah. Personally, I think my favorite themes of her is ice because I feel like it just fits the most. So yeah, That's why she's going in seventh place. Sorry. All right, now Iggy, however. Now Iggy's actually really interested. I personally think he has one of the best bosses in personally think he has one of the sorry if I repeat a lot of the sentences. I'm a bit autistic. So yeah. I think Iggy's like boss is challenging. I like how you can't just rush it and you have to like actually keep your eye out on something. He also has like the quickest sounding thing. I also obviously my personal favorite Iggy fights are the ones in the forest cuz well, he's literally only in forests. Fun fact, he's actually the first one you face in he's actually the first Koopaling you face in like the like Mario game that I think introduced Yoshi, also the one with the Kaizo hack that like Jaden covered, and also and also what I didn't mention for Larry is that you actually fight him last in the game, which is just I just love. It's like the only one. Like for most of the games, Larry just goes first, and I have no idea. Heck, fun fact, technically you don't actually really need to face against Larry or Wendy, because you can just only fight one of them and then go to the jungle. But I really like Iggy's design. I think he has the best glasses, so that's why he's going in third place. Okay, Roy, however, I do not really like. I still like him a bit. He's at least better than Wendy, and and I feel like, and I like the like how you outside of the ship instead of inside. Not to mention the bullet bills he uses in this game is pretty good. I do like him having bullet bill themed battles. It just makes for such a fun approach. But yeah, he's going in sixth place. Probably a worse version of Morton. Okay, now, like Ludwig, I do not. Eh, he's okay. I do like the fight in this game. How he clones a lot. Fun fact: this is also the one in the Roblox Jack Black boss battle thingy. I don't know how you decide yourself, and yeah, it's just a really good theme in my opinion, and overall, it's just fun, and yeah, like I said, I like how this one's also outside of the battleship. This one does have a better background, however, because at least it actually shows part of the ship instead of just the floor. And yeah, he's going in fifth place because of that. So yeah. Also, I just want to mention something. Before I ranked all of the Koopalings, there was actually a certain thing there was actually a certain thing that was actually like, foreshadowing this ranking. Comment down below what you actually think it is. Now, I know a lot of people could definitely disagree with my ranking. I know there has to be some people that say Larry's personally their favourite Koopaling. I mean, I have seen some comments say that. And overall, a lot of people might complain about this. Look, just because I'm saying controversial things doesn't mean you need to annoy me, okay? Sorry about that creepy screen. Anyways, I know there's have obviously some contradictions, and I know a lot of people really like Ludwig, but I just don't really care about Ludwig or heck even Roy or Wendy that much. I do like the rest of the Koopalings, especially Larry. He's just great. Larry's personally my favorite Mario character, so see, I just love when he's not the first boss because I hate how like the Mario people basically hate him because they always make him the first boss. except for like I said, the Mario game that had the Kaizo thing where he was the last boss you faced against. And but like yeah, like I said, you do not have to who listen to my things. You can do whatever the hell you want, pretty much. Look, it's not like I'm just pretty much. It's just forcing you to do this. I mean, you can do whatever the hell you want. I'm not judging you, but but pretty much it's just like a space, in my opinion. That's why the koopalings work for me. They fill the empty hole that sometimes happens. And, you can't just have Bowser Jr. and Bowser. You have to have some koopalings. Speaking of them, I kind of wish the koopalings were more in, like, SML, to be honest. Because they were really good characters, but sadly, they're not. They can't be in it anymore, because now SML got a lawsuit, and that's if they're going to bring them back, because they're making foreshadows about that, I think. And, yeah, like I said, you do not have to follow any of my rules. You can do whatever you want. I'm not judging you, but just because I'm saying this, like, I make really controversial things. Heck, I'm even gonna make a whole thing of why I actually don't like the FNF Silly Billy song, and find Let There Be Light to be better. Foreshadowing. And yeah, you could disagree with me on that. I'm gonna get a parade of comments saying that. Why are you saying Silly Billy's bad? It's still okay, but Let There Be Light is just miles better. It has better lyrics, even if it takes half of the song. Better chromatics, better sounding, and doesn't sound off-tune or in a stadium. So yeah, like I said, you do not have to you don't have to agree with any of these opinions. Yeah. Also, I might also make a video on why Syndrome is by far the worst Pixar villain. Seriously, stop glazing Syndrome. I hate him. But yeah, like I said, you do not have to disagree with anything. You can just do whatever you want. But this is my tier list, so I hope you enjoyed. Also, thanks for getting 9 subscribers in under 16 hours. That's insane.